we carry straight on with a really interesting opportunity, I think, as well, to see some of the impact, the legacy that Alien has in the production of a documentary about, correct me if I'm wrong here, Dorset bus drivers who have adapted Alien for the stage. And we have the directors and producers of the film here this evening who are going to introduce, this is Lucy Harvey and Danielle Kummer, who are here to introduce the film. They've got a preview screening, about 50 minutes. I don't know how long the ultimate documentary is going to be. Do you know yet? Feature length, okay, great. This is just a sneak preview. And they're going to introduce the film briefly, we're going to watch the preview screening, and then there's going to be opportunities for question and answer. Okay, so I'll pass straight over to you.
Thank you so much. We're really, really excited to be here. We're having an exciting time all round because we've just been successfully funded on Kickstarter to complete our documentary. We didn't start out as documentary makers. The subject chose us, and then we decided we had to make a documentary. So years ago, Danielle and I lived together as friends and discovered that some people were putting on a stage show of Alien in Dorset in the village hall. And our curiosities peaked, and one thing led to another, and we've ended up in this situation. And we're kind of integral to the story, but maybe we'll talk more about that after you've seen our preview. So we have had the footage in our possession for some time, and we needed that boost to be able to go on to the next stage and make a documentary, because not knowing what it takes, we didn't really understand how long it would take us to watch all the footage, organise it, edit it. So we're now at the phase where we're going to go into that stage. And what you're about to see is a preview of the initial edit of the first ideas, the first conception.
It's a compilation of sorts of the film.
Yeah.
So it's a compressed version. So you get a bit at the beginning, a bit at the middle, and a bit at the end, and you're introduced to the characters. But it's not the full film.
No.
So this is a special preview for you guys.
Yeah, we're playing with the ideas.
And we're very fortunate to have a composer come on board to give us some preview for some music.
Yeah. Yeah. So as a result of the Kickstarter, we were approached by a guy called Alex Stisha, and he creates original music for film. And in the last few days, he put something together which Danielle added to the film last night and the night before. And we are riffing on the original film score made by Jerry Goldsmith. So you've got you can hear a homage to the original Alien soundtrack in our film already, which we're very excited about. And we're also very excited because we've got this incredible artwork, which is our future documentary poster we've already created, which is a Dorset bus with its headlights like a spaceship, and an iconic image that belongs only to our film, which is an alien bowing on stage. And we have them here, and we've been practicing our signatures because we're pretty sure that when this documentary is made, it's going to be a cult classic. So you all have the opportunity to have one of these beautiful posters signed by us, 40 Years of Alien, Bangor 2019. Yes, for £5 only.
Which will help towards the cost of the documentary.
Yes, it'll help us cover the cost of this trip.
Yeah.
We're not made of money. But we're also very excited to be in front of Colin Arthur because one of the members of the film learned how to make special effects, especially for the stage show, in his spare room. So we're excited that Colin Arthur's going to see the Creature Workshop in our film.
Yes, without further ado.
Without further ado,
We'll let you.
How that rather brilliant thing we've just seen.
So you just saw that they were putting this on and you kind of went along and then came up with the idea of making the documentary?
kind of in that order. We saw them in Dorset. We drove from London to see them in Dorset. Lucy went twice. Yeah. The first time I went with one friend. The second time I went with a minibus of friends. So I wrote a review. I just couldn't believe what I'd seen. So, the second time Danielle came down, and it was only because no one had seen what we had seen. It was an empty village hall. They sold no tickets, but what we were witnessing was so rare and so brilliant and so beautiful and so funny. We just couldn't believe that all of their hard work was going to lead for this to no fanfare. And once we learned how much energy they put into it and how many members of their community were involved, and she said this can't be the end, and it just snowballed very, very quickly to finding them theatre in the West End.
Initially it was supposed to be a working man club,
Yeah.
just to get them to London and to do it for another audience, but then through some contacts we managed to get them Lucy managed to get them Square
I
Theatre.
didn't even try, it wasn't even, it was, oh, if we can get a working men's club in my community, we could fill it with 200 friends, and easily, people who will adore you. And they very quickly adapted to why they were good. Like, they did, in all seriousness, do it as a serious adaptation. It wasn't until an audience saw it and it fed back to them what they could see, then they saw it. They were literally like, oh yeah, it's hilarious.
That's one of the most delicious parts about it, is that you can think, yeah, I can imagine one person, like me, for example, coming up with an idea and thinking that's good, but for the whole group to go, oh yeah, you know, on stage, and that's what we'll do, and do it in a serious way. Just imagine that happens.
It's just so rare and beautiful, and there's no judgment of each other's abilities, but somehow each separate member just did the very best they could do. You know, this new role that they've got, producer, director, sound engineer, costume, set design, special effects, they all just embraced the stunt double. They just embraced it. It was just incredible blend of generations. That the younger ones kind of gave it the slightly more polished edge, and then the more technical ones really got involved in how to make things work.
And it was when we found out they were going to come to London and they were available and it was going to happen, that's the point we were like, hang on a minute. We were on our kitchen table, we were like, we really should film this, shouldn't we? This is like a documentary we're making, we can't not let this happen. So we just like got equipment, went down.
Danielle is already making short films. Like, she'd already kind of studied film. So she's working in an office that you would like edit logging for somebody or something. I can't remember. Short film. So we borrowed equipment, like not good equipment, just borrowed anything.
Lucy did the sound.
I learned how to do sound. We just did it on the hoof. And then we're like, what have we done? Like, now what? Like, but when it came to filming the actual show, Danielle just pulled it out of the bag. We had 5 cameras filming the show, backstage from the house. We had a GoPro on the alien. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Like, and each character, each member of the community, we spent time with each of them, and they've all got this lovely, idiosyncratic way about them that, yeah, there's just so much playfulness with the contrast between the fact that they are like working in a bus station and, you know, and then in Alien they're working in the space station, and there's just so many lovely parallels and contrasts.
Are you going to talk with the high schoolers that made the Aliens production?
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we sent them messages and on Twitter and things like that. Yeah, it was weird because we were thinking about like, right, we need to make this properly last year, and then we realised to time it with the 40th anniversary of Alien to launch a Kickstarter probably makes sense. And then just before we launched the Kickstarter, the Bergen High School did their thing. I'm like, holy wow! Like, this is like, just like, when in the world would everybody be talking about alien stage shows? It's like, no one knew about alien stage shows until we're launching our Kickstarter, and then the entire world is talking about alien stage shows. Like, this is incredible and amazing.
When does this come into Ponta?
Well, this is the beauty of it. It's like, because they can't sustain doing it as a production.
I mean, the film or the show?
The show, yeah, the show. The thing about the show, the documentary.
Oh, and the show.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. It's like, well, we've got the money to make the documentary. I'm paying more to make the documentary. It probably will get momentum, and then we can raise the money for them to do the show again. For them to do the show again would have to be a very different setup than when they originally did it. There's no way they could generate that amount of energy again. They've all got full-time jobs, they're all doing their own lives. It's like, things change, people move on, they're not paid production. So for them to replicate that, I mean, never happen.
But they are keen to do it,
Oh,
yeah.
they'd love to. But we would need to kind of like support them financially, basically, to do that, yeah.
How did you manage to capture all those brilliant moments in the rehearsal? Because your sound was so clean when you got those. Seem clean here.
Really?
It's a good sound system. It's a good sound
We did
system.
have a radio mic on the director, and then Lucy was at the bottom of the stage with the boom,
Everywhere,
doing a bit of that. And I would get in the shot and be like, yeah,
Boom ninja, I was always in shock. I was the worst boom ninja ever.
yeah. It was basically learning on the job. Lucy did a great
Yeah.
job. And, yeah.
And we learned how to use full channel mics, and then on the first night of filming, we spent a whole day filming everybody, and then we sat in a spare bedroom and days back realising we lost all the sound.
Yeah, we did really well. Lucy had a lot of fun at the bus station, following around trying to get us ambient sound.
Oh yeah, I became
Of the
obsessed.
mechanics.
It's like following trucks like, nah. This sounds good. Beep, beep,
In a world of our own.
Yeah, it's been great fun. Yeah.
Is there a complete recording of the actual show?
Yeah.
There is.
Right,
There's
so
two
like
versions.
missed out horribly. So that we will eventually get to see it.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we as one of our rewards for our Kickstarter campaign, we had the full show, the London show, Leicester Square, and also the Wimbledon show. So you get the two side by side and compare.
Yeah.
As a kind of genre of this sort of documentary, like how it's been shot, how it's been done with local people as a community doing this sort of thing, is this kind of a common thing that I'm somehow so unaware of?
No.
Or is this quite a new, unique style?
I just think it's just our thing, like.
It just sort of happened.
Yeah.
Well, this is Victorian sci-fi panto.
Yeah, they created a new genre of entertainment called sci-fi panto. And we've created a new genre of documentary. But we created the circumstance for the documentary to be made. I don't know what that means. Like, I think that's unethical in some documentary circles. That the documentary makers made the situation for the documentary to happen. But hey, you know, it's always the first time.
So what brought them to Alien as a subject in the first place? It seems such a... I don't understand in the mindset how you go, we're going to make that into a play.
So the son of the woman who played Ripley, he's a massive Alien fan. We've got footage of them talking about how much he loved it, and she actually, their whole family are huge Alien fans, and when they're flat, they've got posters up, they've got, you know, trinkets all over Alien, and they just loved it, and he put it to the group, they were an amateur dramatics company, Paranoid Dramatics, and previously they did do Robin Hood, and he said, can we do Alien? And they didn't bat an eyelid. They were all like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, his exact words were, I'm really into like writing scripts, and they said, could you write a script for the next pantomime? I don't really like pantomime, so I said, can we do Alien? And he did rewrite it, like he changed the scenes to suit the small stage. Like he really thought about it, he cared a great deal about doing a good job, and he really did.
And that was the family, so the son wrote it, the mother played Ripley, the dad directed it, the granddad made the set, and he was the writer.
Yeah, the girlfriend did the
The
costume.
young costume, it's like a real family.
Yeah, and then his friends that work with the son ended up being Kane and the Xenomorph, so he played the two roles, and his sister ended up doing the lighting. It's just so cool. It's just, yeah. And it was one of the first films that Ripley and the son who wrote the script watched together, and he was like 8 years old. Yeah. They love it, they're obsessed. Even Dave's got the sound of the Xenomorph clacking as his phone ring, like, it's... Oh, sorry, I'm just... can't see, but...
Purely selfishly, purely selfishly, because we actually saw the stage show in London.
You didn't!
Yeah, we did. We got the programme and everything.
Yes!
It was amazing. But after the show, you actually filmed our brother-in-law as an audience reaction. So I was really wondering how many audio reactions we've got. So I'm really desperately hoping on this documentary you can see us and him after the show doing it.
Which is your brother-in-law?
He's ginger. I can but no, he's actually one of the audiences. He wasn't in this.
You didn't see him, but you know, as a vox pop,
Yeah.
we filmed you.
Yeah.
We filmed your interaction. Oh, well, you know, we'll weave it in somewhere.
Yeah, we've got a start, but we
I think if we did a DVD, like it would be like a triple, a quadruple disc. Because there'd be the Wimbledon show, the Leicester Square Theatre full show, the actual documentary, and then all of the praise, like people wigging out afterwards, just saying all this incredible stuff. I think you had a question.
My question is, and I'd like your opinion on this, is that what you've obviously caught on this short little taster is the absolute spontaneity and the reality and the absolute beauty of the thing. And do you think it would be good to take it further? Because the semi-professional reaction is do more, get more, make money. But don't you think that in a way to leave it just as it is and let it be there
Absolutely.
is a much more
Yeah.
creative and helpful thing?
I
And
do.
another group can take it forward and do something.
For sure, I do. And in reality, they did do another show, and then they did another show, and then the third time they came back. The second time was fantastic. It's the same cast. The third time, a couple of cast members were getting a bit weary, of course. And then there's new cast members, which changed the dynamic. It was still brilliant, but it was losing
It's not the
its
same.
unique. And then, of course,
were far more self-aware about
Too
the
self-aware.
and about the reactions. And the first time it happened, it was really spontaneous.
A bit like Alien One, really.
yeah.
We speak of that today, doesn't it?
And also, it wore Dave, the director, out because he gave it. He was brilliant actually. He used to be in the army, and he took everything to heart. He wasn't an emotional wreck, but you could see it really meant a lot to him, and he really gave it his all, and he organised every aspect of it, and it just wore him out. Like it was amazing, but then it was like to keep the repetition going. For me, it wasn't the reason for them to have that experience.
The theatre, particularly, the reason they wanted them back was they said they were the best crew that they'd ever worked with. These are unprofessional bus drivers, but they said they had the best work ethic. There was no drama, there was no men, they weren't divas. Everything they saw, they were just like,
There's no ego.
no ego, and so therefore they said, please come back, please come
But you
back.
see, that then again will get destroyed by
Exactly.
going back.
Yeah.
And some of the conversations earlier were the same about the films. It's like we want the same film again, and yet we can't because we've already got the knowledge. So
Yeah.
it's kind of.
You can never go back to that
So unless
point.
we have a sunshine of a spotless mind moment, and then.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's the beauty of it. I think it's important to just to see the joy in what can happen if you organically say yes to things and allow space for them to happen. Not to just keep repeating the same thing that was good. Just go, oh look what could happen if we do something similar, you know. That's the point of the film.
Any other questions?
Yeah, it's not so much a question as wanting to say congratulations on the biomechanical bus shots at the start. It was really H.R. Geiger that and his
Thank you very
job.
much.
The best shot for me was at the end when the what's it gonna shut? Is it gonna shut?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just perfect amateur dramatic, no fight, special effects, very British.
What you
It's going
don't see
down. Yes, it is.
It's Dave, the director, lying on the stage behind with a stick. Actually, he's physically low. I have got a shot somewhere, I haven't found it
It
yet, but
counts in his head.
he's literally lowering it by hand, so that would be
Any other questions?
Yeah, so congratulations, that looks absolutely amazing, and I'll definitely check it out. I just wanted to, so it's not really a question, just building on what people were saying before about a new genre of documentary. The only thing I can think of that would be kind of similar to what you're doing is a documentary called Back to Normandy, which is, so it was made a few years ago. It's the same crew that came back 20 years after they did the original film, which was filmed in Normandy with a crew of farmers. And they were reenacting a crime that happened in the 18th century that had been documented and talked about by Foucault. So there's a weird affiliation between that kind of weird crime that hadn't been really transcribed properly. Then Foucault takes it on. Then these professional filmmakers decided to put a production of it. They filmed with local people, and then 20 years later came back and did a documentary to see what these people had become and how being in a massive film production changed or didn't change their lives.
Meta.
I'm thinking like maybe in 20 years you can come back and ask them like how did it change your life to be in the West End? That would be quite cool.
Of course, yeah, that would be great.
Thank you. A wonderful experience. My question is something about copyright.
Oh,
And I'm thinking if there was someone who wanted to do a stage production of, say, Frozen, I'm sure that Disney would kill it immediately.
yeah.
So my question is whether they ask for copyrights and whether you are going to have a problem with copyrights or...
It's such a grey area, and we haven't gone ahead doing this without sort of thinking about that and what it means. We're making this public in this perfect window where everything is about Alien and all kinds of people are doing their own version of Alien, and it sort of helps the Alien franchise a lot, especially for Berlin High School getting the go-ahead and being supported. So when it comes to if we were ever going to have any reason to have to cease and desist with our project, first of all they'd have to stop us from doing it. And really, all we want to do is complete the documentary. And if we just complete it and give it to the people who are in it, we've done our job. Like, we don't want to make money out of it. But if it was the case, it could easily be argued that this is a parody of a pastiche. We could edit it in ways where you don't get full lines of the script, because the script has been changed in places. I mean, it's obviously a grey area, but also that there's previous cases where people have been permitted to do their version of Alien, so we're not the only case. So I think, and because it's so small scale and it's not commercial, I don't think we're in danger, which is why we're just going ahead with it anyway and seeing what happens.
That's really interesting, because I was just thinking, Fox owns Alien.
Yeah,
Fox was
Disney.
bought by Disney.
Yeah, Disney owns.
Well, yeah, I mean, and you wonder whether they get the big bad corporation taking on the little guy. It just sounds like Aliens.
It's just another layer to the story. So bring it on, you know, that's an interesting development, to be honest.
Any other questions?
Are they doing Blade Runner next?
Blade Runner. I think the top choice was Jaws. Yeah. Or The Exorcist. I think Jaws, really.
Any other questions?
If you want to do Jaws, I've got a 5-meter shark in my studio that works.
Shall I tell them you've got a 5-meter shark and they should do Jaws?
Well, can I see you first?
Yeah!
Any other questions? Comments? No? Well, I mean, that was fantastic. So thank you so much for coming.